both the support center and the teachers have decided that you want to open up negotiation.
Recording in progress.
Okay, that's fine. So I don't know how if you want to start off with introductions. I don't know if everybody knows everybody or not. That makes sense. If you want to go around the room and do that. I can start. We'll go this way. Is it okay if we go that way? Okay. I'm Dina Atwood. I'm the attorney for the Southwest Vermont Supervisory Union and its moving districts. And I'm the lead negotiator for the boards.
Stephanie Mulligan, Shasbury resident, chair of the MAU board.
Hello, my name is Chris Murphy. I serve as the chair of the SVU ESP.
My name is Scott McNanny. I am from Shasbury. I'm on the MAU board as well as chair of the SU board.
Mike Cutler, Bennington resident, let's go there too, chair of the Southwest Tech School District.
Meg Hunsinger, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm the superintendent director of Southwest Tech.
Rebecca Tattersall, business manager for Southwest Tech.
I'm Beth Wallace, North Bennington School District. I'm on the MAU board and the SVSU board, but I am not part of the negotiations.
My name is Kim Wessex. I teach second grade at Monument Elementary School. Kathy Clark, Shasbury.
I'm Rich Kelly, the K-1-2 teacher at Woodford.
Lee Jelly, Bennington Elementary.
Jen Fisher, MAUHS, and Union Co. Vice President.
Nick Delory, Barney Yard, Southwest Tech.
Melissa Willard, non-entity middle school.
Jody Pratt, Molly Stark.
Chrissy Burr, Molly Stark, but representing Powell.
James Gallen, Bennington Middle School, and the negotiator.
Christina Strauss, I live in Bennington and I am a special educator at Howell, and I am the SWVA president.
Tim Payne, superintendent, and I live behind Powell Elementary.
Nick Galt, human resources executive.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Because I know that I've seen most of you, but some of you identified as teachers. Those of you who didn't identify but just said what school you are you teachers? Are you not teachers?
Teacher. Under the teaching contract nurse.
Next program.
Yes.
ESP.
You're ESP?
Yes. I'm not a teacher.
Are you, okay, so is it just that you're a teacher, correct? You do call in.
Yeah, I'm representing Southwest Tech ESP as well, so I do.
The ESP as well?
I'm representing both, yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, so generally, first agenda item is establishing ground rules. We have a set of ground rules that we used prior. Thought it went pretty well. We're happy with checking them off again. But if you have something else you want to add to them, that'd be good.
I think we're gonna need to have a conversation. We didn't have the opportunity to have the one about it, so it's gonna be just a couple minutes for us to have.
So would you like a 5-minute copy, 10 minutes?
Yep, that'd be great. Do you have a copy with you, so I don't want to bring it up?
There are some blanks just for spaces to fill in names and meetings.
Okay, great. Okay. Do you guys want to go? We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, we're back. I love that voice. Thank you for your time, letting us have that conversation. We got some stuff cleared up, and so I have signed, and Christina's gonna sign for you all. One of the things, there's also another thing, but it makes sense to bring it up in front of the whole group. One of the things that we talked about, we understand you're a merged union. We don't have a that has no, for us, that's your decision on ours. What we found a little disjointed last time was not having a break between, so let's talk about whichever group, and then let's talk about the other group. And so, we would, we want to have a conversation with you about being able to sort of separate out that if that's possible.
So would you like to have as agenda items, teacher negotiation, focus on them, second agenda item, ESP within a meeting, and then focus on them? Done.
Okay, yeah, I just think that it also will help us just keep everything, going straight, so in our own brains. So that's great. We didn't fill in the dates because we need to obviously talk about dates. Don't know if you have proposed dates that you all think work. I don't know if there's a specific, there's always in every SU is a specific day of the week that no board has any other meetings, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna make sure that Nick knows what it is. It's Monday. So I don't know if Mondays works for your group, if you had other ideas about
Mondays tend to be the date we're,
the date you were looking for.
As long as it's not the second Monday of the month, because we have our board meetings on Monday nights. The second Monday of
Sure,
each
be an
month.
outlier. I have just do Friday.
Oh, we could be super quick though, we're 4 o'clock, we could be done this.
Well, we're then also time that you wanted to start. Does the 5 work as well?
5 to 7 works for us.
And so Mondays, does that work for everybody? Yeah.
The only Monday in the foreseeable future that I see as potentially being problematic is, apart from the second Monday, is December 15th. Is the first night of Hanukkah for anyone who celebrates. So we should be aware of that as well.
I can break latkes.
Well, what's that about?
Are we gonna,
Make a meeting
we're
on
gonna
it.
set up provisions by playing dreidel?
Yeah, let's.
That work, that works. Wow, it's early this year, okay. Do we want to get some dates in there? Because we had 3, 4, there are 3.
There's 3 spots, yeah.
I mean, however, is that what we're looking for, is to do spring?
Yeah, let's start with 3 and hopefully we'll go right through and see what we can come to.
Okay.
So what would be, the 17th, so 2 weeks from now, work well as the first date for the meeting?
I can't do that.
Okay.
Fine. That's the one I can't.
Okay.
17th of
I'm assuming the 24th is a hard one to do. Or is it,
The week of Thanksgiving.
it is the week of Thanksgiving, but you have school on Monday, right?
Oh, yeah,
You
until
have a full day.
Wednesday, half day.
Wednesday, I was gonna say, you have Wednesday, you have Monday, a full day. Do you want to try and do the 24th?
I'm unable to do the 24th.
You guys,
What about the 10th, you guys?
They can't, that's second.
That's second.
so we could do
December.
We're off to a rapid start.
December 1st, or no?
It's fine with me, but.
Does December 1st work with everybody? Look at this, trying to get dates. December 1st, we'll put on the table December 1st.
Okay. 5 to 7.
Okay, so you can see. We're not doing. We'll talk. That was on the 1st? Okay, so then the December, somebody said no on December 15th, that's because it's on. Or,
Or it was a
or
concern that was addressed.
does any,
But I'm not opposed.
you're not opposed to not, I'm not, I'm with the last thing looked at, I'm not opposed.
I was-
The 11th? No, that's, too short, the 18th, what's on the 18th?
For
I can't do the 18th.
December?
Yeah.
That would be a Thursday.
Right, Nick is saying Thursdays,
I'm just saying,
some
if we eliminate
Thursdays.
some
maybe.
Mondays, you know.
I mean, we could pick December 25th and December 15th and just go for a try. It was a joke going for a trifecta.
Yeah.
When do you go on break?
Back into the 20th.
I mean, I would like to meet in November.
So if it's gonna be,
I understand that budgeting, the earlier we can make decisions, the better for all of you
Yes.
and the better for everybody. So I
Yeah,
would,
so can we look at some Thursdays then too?
I'm fine,
November?
do you all have abilities on November 20th?
Yes.
can do the 13th. Does anyone have any issues on November 20th?
Yes, the training, yes, 5 weeks.
Oh,
This is good.
All right, so we did get November 20th?
it seems like it. All right,
Thursday.
5 to 7. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
All right.
So right now, we've got November 20th, December 1st. Can't do the 27th. Can we do this, and James and I are going to do December 15th,
I legitimately will bring. Still on that point, yeah.
December 15th.
Grandma's recipe, they're great. Yeah, I got it.
Everybody's good with December 15th?
Good.
All right, so we've got our first three.
Oh, yeah. So Eva, I'm gonna give you this one, I wrote the 3 dates in, then I can actually your copy if you just want to sign one, and I signed this one, and I changed the.
Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Here you go. Here's your folder. Anything you want to- Okay, and so the expectation is, the way the ground rules are going, there won't be any new proposals after December 15th, I'm assuming, right, there, that we all are.
Unless there's a counter
Unless,
proposal.
right, I mean, counter proposals obviously are very different. The extent that that we can get. And we're gonna work on getting an initial proposal for the 20th. To have a discussion, so I don't know what you wanna set up as the agenda.
For today or the 20th.
Well, what else do you wanna do for today, but
Well, now that we have this in place, could you give us a few minutes to caucus, discuss, and then I think we might be able to move forward with a couple of things.
okay,
Give us 10 minutes, legitimate 10.
okay, yep, how about this, when you guys are done, send somebody from the.
Law enforcement.
Wait a second,
Okay.
that way we don't interrupt you guys.
I think you probably have players in there.
They have their boots on there. You can go scary.
Okay, so time is of the essence. I don't like wasting any time. We've played a game with like hide the stuff until we're all ready, but why? So we have already worked out all of our proposals for both teacher and ESP. I don't see a reason. I think we're just gonna go through. So we'll start with teacher and then do ESP so that we can do it in that kind of order. So we're gonna hand out, we have 2 handouts for you, please pass them along. A salary grid and teacher proposals. It wasn't worked out ahead of time. We just made an assumption that you're looking for a similar agreement the last 2 years. Is that accurate, or is there a difference in the length that you're looking for?
The maximum would be for 2 years because of Act 73,
We concur.
and that's gonna be awful there. And so, I mean, we could talk about the impact of that as we go into.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that would be the maximum current.
Okay, that's what we have on there.
So are you gonna be going through what the language is, or you're
Be happy to.
presenting?
I'd be happy to go through the language.
Okay.
So we have attached in your second handout, salary grid for 2 years. It could also include the current salaries. And the general overview of it is that it would be a 7% in the first year plus step, 7% the second year plus step. The costs, or the percentage increase are indicated on the salary difference there. The language changes start with a kind of a larger thing, and I can get the specifics of it, what the contract would look like with it if you're amenable to it. But is this replacing sick leave and personal days with paid time off, just to simplify the system, to make the contract easier to follow, and to remove some inefficiencies that, we find with the leave time. We have change from last time for the most part. We have one section that we wanted to add into Article 8, which is something the teacher rights and privileges under 8.14, so the new subsection of F. This is the section that we added last time about safety. And this one is that any student that threatens to assaults, or harasses a school employee whose behavior is subsequently found to be a manifestation of disability must have their IEP 504 behavior plan substantively altered after each instance of a threat to assault, or harassment upon the school employee. If no additional substantive changes can be made to the IEP 504 behavior plan by school or district employees, then alternative placement must be found for the student. 8.16 is a new section. Employees that are part of the SWVEA collective bargaining unit who live within the supervisory union will have the option to have their child attend the school where they're assigned to work if the child would normally be sent for a different school. Same area, 0.17, new section. No teacher shall be required to cover or absorb other classes more than 2 times per week without agreeing. 0.18, within that same section. Classes will not normally be held in unheated classrooms. The temperature in the classroom drops below 63 degrees Fahrenheit for an extended period of time. In classrooms without functioning air conditioning or air cooling systems, fans will normally be provided by the board. If the temperature in the classroom exceeds 82 degrees Fahrenheit, reasonable efforts will be made to accommodate the classes in other areas in school. Temperatures are measured at the most interior wall of the classroom. Such movement must have prior approval of the principal. Both parties recognize that energy conservation measures may create changes in climate control conditions. Just before I move on, if you ever had any clarifying questions or something that we're asking about, feel free to enter them. 8.19, a 30-minute duty-free lunch will be provided for all positions within SWVEA collective bargaining unit, and this would replace language that's within each individual building. So the high school has different wording than the middle school, which has different wording in the regional tech center. And this would just be a unified language that replaces many others. 8.20, administrators will not reprimand a teacher in the presence of students, parents, other faculty, or staff members. Witnesses present, the teachers and administrators' requests will not constitute a violation of this section. 10.6. All positions within the SWVEA bargaining unit shall receive the options of a full day, half day, or quarter day absence. 11.3, employees that are part of the SWVEA collective bargaining unit shall be granted temporary leaves of absence without loss of compensation for the following reasons and upon the following terms and conditions. This section remains the same except for the red is new language added and then omissions structure. In the event of the death of a teacher's spouse, domestic partner, or a teacher's spouse's domestic partner's child, sibling, or parent for a period not in excess of 5 work days. In the event of the death of a teacher's or the teacher's spouse's aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, grandparents, cousins, significant others, close personal friends for a period not in excess of 3 calendar days. All relation, and then we omit section C, D. And then add a new C, which is all relationships include biological, adoptive, foster, step, legal, or local parental. 11.5, the board will grant 15 school days of paid parental leave to all employees who qualify for leave under section 11.5. For 15.1, it's talking about the 403Bs, and it's omitting the language in there that's currently there and replacing it with holders of a position in the SWBA collective bargaining unit shall have an opportunity to participate in a 403B individual retirement plan or tax sheltered annuity. The board will withhold the designated salary from holder of a position in the SWBA collective bargaining unit, the contracted amount and transmit it to the appropriate insurer. Teachers shall receive accurate earning statements. If there are any inaccuracies, those inaccuracies must be corrected within 30 calendar days. There should be no change in the timeliness amount or account destination of retirement annuity contributions without the teacher's knowledge and written approval. Each board shall contribute to a qualified 493B plan for the benefit of certified employees under contract with the board, subject to the provisions below. A, the board will match on the graduate scale set up below personal contribution made by its employees through regular payroll deductions. And then it changes based off of the year of service. With 1 year of service within the SVSU, 1% of current annual salary will be matched by the board. 2 years of contracted service in SVSU, 2% of current annual salary, 3% of current annual salary, 4, 5, more than 5, up to a total of 6% of current annual salary with 5% from employee. Each employee is responsible for providing the board with the name, account number, address, and other pertinent information regarding the vendor chosen by employee from the approved vendor list so that timely and accurate contributions can be made by the board. The board is not liable for any loss or benefits or other damages arising from related to contributions made by the board in compliance with erroneous information or directions from the employee. 16.1 is an extension of the current benefit offerings. The board shall offer dental, life, long-term disability, and family medical leave insurance coverage to each teacher who is under contract to work at least an average of 20 hours per week. 16.7 would be a new section. A stipend of $4,000 will be given to any eligible employee who elects not to participate in both the health and dental insurance programs offered by the board under this agreement. However, employees electing the stipend must provide proof that both they and their tax family are covered under another qualifying plan. 19.1 is a change, there's no point reading the entire thing, of $40 to $80 for retirement. And so they say, increased. 19.2 is a change from $60 to $120 for teachers that are retiring and have at least 15 years within the system and are eligible for Vermont state teacher retirement benefits. 21.2 is the board agrees to prepay for courses offered through Vermont State University, Southern New Hampshire University, or Vermont Higher Education Collaborative. The employee agrees to sign a promissory note. The said employee does not meet the above stated grade or completion requirement. The employee must pay back a cost of course within 45 days. The general cost of course will be reimbursed. 21.3. The board will prepay for fees to attend conferences or seminars. The board will reimburse teachers for additional expenses up to the total cost of 3 credits at Vermont State Universities. 22.3, the board will provide, and I changed the language to pay time off instead of sick. The board will provide paid time off for the first 3 days of a workplace injury in order to cover the time between when the injury occurred and when workers' compensation will take effect. 28.4, any vacancy for a position, whether newly created or vacated as part of the SWBA bargaining unit, must be posted online for a minimum of 7 days before an interview or hiring can take place. The next sections under 29.29, 0.31, and 29.32 are the hourly rates for subbing generally, but any other type of that hourly rated work. 29.4 is the regular work year for teachers having designated by the school calendar. And then we're adding in compliance with 16 VSA 1071. The work year shall not exceed 187 1.5 days, consisting of not more than 179 1.5 student days. The half days the day before Thanksgiving, and 8 in-service days, with the addition of the calendar must comply with the requirement that all districts that send students to SVR follow the same one calendar. 29.6 is professional learning, and the only addendum comes at the end, which is a minimum of teacher-directed in-service days must occur for the first day of school with students in attendance. 30.10 is mentor pay, and the only change is going from $500 to $2,000, and then adding per mentee. And we have some individual provisions within different buildings. For the middle school, we're changing the amount of teachers in all areas may be assigned up to an average of 200, and going from 40 to 82, increasing the amount of instructional time per day, increasing it by 42 minutes, and then removing those 42 minutes from contact time. So more time for instruction. Everything else stays the same. For Mount Anthony Union High School, changes are 29.30. Teachers may agree to be assigned to teach up to an additional block of instructional assignment. A teacher may agree in writing to teach an additional usual customary class period equivalent to 1/x, which x is equal to the number of class periods in a day. And then removing the language that was currently there. That was complicated. For section B, the only addition is adding in seminar into the instructional time for what constitutes instructional time. For D, the addition is added in 6 prep per year for non-head teachers, excluding seminar, and that's the teacher consents for additional instructional separation. And for the Southwest Tech, new section 29.35, the CTSO advisors for SVR-TSD teachers are needed as chaperones for trips that take place over school break. Those advisors for teachers will receive a stipend of $300 per night trip. Any questions on the teacher contract and proposal and clarification?
You need some language about in the bargaining unit, you are solely talking about professional.
Yes, the professional, it would be.
But also covering the.
I didn't want to limit to just teachers, but there are, nurses that fall under the tasks.
I know, yeah, I understand, yeah, I don't, okay. I don't want to question.
So,
We're good.
would you like to move on to the ESP?
Yeah, that would be great.
Sounds great. We'll be doing the same procedure. Let's go with the proposal and the salary grids for ESPs. The salary grids are a little more cumbersome. I apologize. There's a lot of customers. Now, for ESP proposal, the attached salary grids show a $4 increase across the board as all positions within the grid. Our ESPs are below the market rate with the region by a substantial amount, percentage with 12 in order to fix that discrepancy, which is why it's set like a flat dollar amount. For the second year though, after balancing it out, that is at a 9% increase to bring it closer to our neighboring markets. For proposed language changes, it's the same that teachers have within theirs, replacing sick leave and personal days with paid off. Yes.
Like, just write down next step about that. When you said a 9% increase on, and the 4% increase, are we talking about staff as well?
So it's a $4 increase within the first year, and then plus step, and then in the second year, it is a 9% increase.
That includes staff.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
In 8.6, there is a same new subsection about any student that threatens to assault, same language that we have from before. 8.8 is the employees that are part of the SWVA collective guard unit that within the union be able to have their child attend school where they're assigned to work if their child will only be zoned for different school. 8.9 is the same section about all positions within bargaining unit shall receive the option of 1 full day, half day, or quarter day absence. 8.10, same 30-minute duty-free lunch by all positions in SWVA collective bargaining unit. 11.1, it's the same need for any vacancy for position, whether it be created or vacated, or it must be posted online within 7 days. 15.5 is the same thing, just in a different number in their contract. The board will grant 15 days, 3 weeks of paid maternity leave for the qualified, I believe it was 4. For 15.10, is the language about providing paid time off for the first 3 days of a workplace injury, or cover the time between when the injury occurs and when workers' compensation will take effect. 16.3 is the domestic partner addition to bereavement, and also adding in the B section, which has the addition of domestic partner as well as aunts, uncles, which were already there, but adding in nieces, nephews, cousins, significant others, close personal friends. Removing the section C that was there, replacing with all relationships with biological, adoptive, foster, step, legal, or local parents. 18.7 is the stipend of $4,000 for not getting the health and dental insurance. 18.8 is the addition of the family medical leave insurance coverage. 19.7 is the increasing of the resigns or retires for
recording in progress.
Though that would be changed to paid time off, obviously, if we switch it from $30 to $60. 19.9 is the 403B plan, which is too long to go through again. 20.14 is a new section that is unique to the ESP contract. Paraeducators who are assigned to a student with an IEP or 504 will receive an invitation to any 504 IEP meetings involving that student. And 20.15 is if the board is contracted by another supervisory union to provide transportation to and from sending schools within that other supervisory union, then the board will not require employees that are part of the SWVA collective bargaining unit to serve in the role of bus drivers that pick up or drop off students in the other supervisory unit. Any questions or clarifying statements?
No, I don't think we have any questions. You wanna, set an agenda for next week? Yes, absolutely. I think that generally, for next time, we can give you, sort of a general response back on all of them if you want. I think one of the things that the board is interested in doing, we tend to do where we talk a lot about the language and then we get to that point where we have big gulps with the separations of where we're at on, the financial aspect. And I think the board is interested in having the conversation about the financial to sort of put that on its head and have a conversation about the financial ahead of doing a lot about them. Because I think that that sets up more along the lines of if we, being able to get to hopefully, and then we want to make things. So, but I think we can, or am I saying too much, that you guys can do too much? It's not a lot of verbiage, so I figured we could spend some time discussing it. So we should be able to give you a sort of comprehensive general response to what you provided. So I think that's a good thing. So if that works for you.
Yeah, that absolutely works, and I would encourage that a dialogue is absolutely, something that we're amenable to. If there's a problem, we're looking to solve it. That's how we sat down, is we thought of the problems that are facing the district and then try to come up with solutions. And if those solutions are, close to something that you might find, or there's something that complicates those, that would be a wonderful thing to receive when we're talking about this. I think last time we had unbelievable ability to get things done and put things that needed to be there in order to fix problems. And that's the goal of this. I'm sure some people dreaded, the idea of meeting again after it seemed like yesterday, that it happened. But in reality, I look forward to it because it makes the district stronger. Everything that we fix, every problem that we have, is an opportunity to make things better. And I think that I'm confident, I know that the district is a better place now than it was 2 years ago. And that hopefully by working together, we can make it stronger next time. So please come with your ideas. Imagine the opportunities and, what we can have.
I think you guys are all good. It's something fair to them adhering to having a week. Some of them in their lives that they've done that. I think that's a great sentiment, and I think that, we're hopeful that we can be efficient and we can work forward, we can get to a place where we can. Hopefully have an agreement coming or two agreements. So
Love that. We're volunteers, unpaid for the most part. I think the union gives us a 50% off coupon to Sizzler or something like that. As enticing as that is.
Take a local steward.
No, not that nice. They make us travel. So, it would be certainly safer.
Great. So thank you very much for the effort that you put in for front loading all of this. I think that that's gonna help us move forward and be efficient too. So appreciate that as well. So thank you all very much for that.
So we'll see you November 20th.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys get to stick around. Okay.
Recording stopped.